Man, did I do to deserve this crap from my teams? Right? Support them through thick and thin. Right? And this is what I get. Right? This is what I get from my teams. I will say this is probably one of the top five ish worst weekends in terms of my teams in recent memory, without a doubt. I mean, let's see how it started. Well, Browns lost. Columbus Crew lost. In fact, they didn't just lose, they got their butts beat and they lost their one goaltender that they were allowed to have. So they actually had to replace him with someone who doesn't do goaltending. They lost 4-0 to Seattle Sounders. Oh, yay. Yeah. And the Buckeyes won, which is nice. You know, that probably was the only thing that really saved my weekend from being utter hell. Thank God for the Buckeyes. Right? Thank God for Ohio State. Can't believe I actually have to rely on a college team to save my sanity, but here we are. Thank God. Because could you imagine if I was a fan of a not Ohio State, like a group of five team that's not guaranteed to be elite every year? Oh, I would. Mm, I'd. Ugh, I'd be a wreck right now. Like if I was a fan of the Bearcats of Cincinnati, I would have thrown myself out that window on Saturday. Shout out to Steel Jackson. Your Pitt Panthers took care of business. Good stuff. I was keeping an eye on that game when Pitt was making it close. They got the lead and they won. Good stuff. Would you lose the Bearcats? No, I'm just saying. Congrats to Steel Jackson's Pitt Panthers for pulling off the comeback and beating Cincinnati. Good job. Especially because nobody really thinks Pitt is really anything in football. They haven't really been that good since Kenny Pickett left. But yeah, we're talking about the Guardians. And I almost forgot. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap, series preview. And how many more of these things do I have? I don't have too many more of these things left in the regular season. I got the recap of the Dodgers series, preview of the White Sox, recap. So we got Dodger recap, White Sox preview, White Sox recap, Rays preview, Rays recap, Twins preview, Twins recap, Cardinals preview, Cardinals recap, Reds preview, Reds recap, Astros preview, and then hopefully, if everything goes well, Astros recap, playoff series preview. Now, currently, not trying to jump the gun or get excited. ESPN has us at 99.7% chance to make the playoffs. Make it, you know, I think we'll make it. Will it be as a division winner or wild card? That's the question. Some people might prefer a wild card because you don't got to worry about, having possible rust. But when your team is kind of beat up like ours has been, and when your team has been slumping, that's the word I was trying to use. For some reason, I almost wanted to say slumbering. Well, they have been slumbering. They've been lumbering for sure. Slumping and lumbering around. Yeah. But they could use a break. About a week-long break. You know, not to mention, if we get to the divisional series, right, without having to play in the wild card, we would face an opposing team who most likely would have already used their top two in their rotation. Unless they're smart and they don't use their top two pitchers in the wild card round, but instead they go with maybe like their 4 or 5. and then they can reset to the top with the divisional series with the 1, 2, and 3 going in the first 3 games. They could do that. I don't know though. But the Guardians right now, 2.5 games ahead of Kansas City. Kansas City went out and I guess you could say they did as you would expect. They swept the Twins. I mean, that team is legit serious this year. They've won 4 in a row, and now they get to face the Yankees. And the best part is they get to go to that Funhouse Stadium in the Bronx. Now Minnesota, they get Los Angeles. They get the Angels. Yeah. See how many? I think all these teams have the same amount of series as left. We do face the Twins 4 games. I believe it's next week. I want to say. Yeah. Next Monday now, we'll be starting a series against Minnesota. 4 game series. And as of right now, we got Boyd, Williams, and Bybee slated for the first 3 games. Of course, it would have been Boyd, Cobb, Williams, Bybee, but Cobb got pushed back because of a blister. I hope it's not too bad. Hopefully, he'll be back soon again. But I got to talk about this series against the Dodgers, right? They go from Kansas City to Los Angeles. They had won 2 out of 3 against Kansas City, which was huge. And they go to Los Angeles, and the Dodgers, of course, they've had a ton of injuries. We lucked out in not having to face, any of their top pitchers. We didn't face Bueller. Yamamoto returns technically tomorrow, Tuesday, so we didn't face him. Gavin Stone, I guess, got hurt, so they put him on the IL, so we didn't face him either. Instead, we got to face essentially like the young crop of pitchers that they have, starting with Landon Knack going up against Matthew Boyd. Boyd, I mean, he's been really good since his first start against what was it, Chicago, when he went out there and shoved it like a mother trucker. Uh, Knack essentially matched Boyd. Like they were in a nice little pitchers duel for a little while. Boyd, in all his greatness, 6 innings, 1 hit. No, I'm sorry, 3 hits, 1 run ball. The 1 hit or the 1 run was a Shohei homer. Yeah, he is literally Jesus in baseball form. I made the statement in one of my previous streams that essentially when Babe Ruth passed away many, 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 many years ago, the angels above held him back from being reincarnated, right? Because they had a plan for him. And when Shohei was born, you know, Jesus above said, Mr. Ruth, that's who you're going to be reincarnated as. And he'd be like, I'm going to Japan? It's like, yes. Do you know how good he'll be? Better than you. Will he be pitching too? Yep. He'll also be one of the best power hitters in the league. And he'll have a crazy large contract, but the Dodgers will barely be paying him anything. Thanks to deferrals. Or whatever the heck that is. So yeah. He did that so the Dodgers could stay competitive and he wouldn't be up all their money. Not like it matters. The Dodgers have the infinite money glitch. They say the Guardians have dark magic or dark whatever. Yeah, dark magic, voodoo magic. Well, the Dodgers have mastered the infinite money glitch. Yeah. But, Boyd was solid and Knack was as good, if not better. 6 innings for Knack, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 8 Ks. To Boyd's 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 6 Ks. No walks. They both gave up a homer. But the difference is Knack's homer hurt just a little bit more because there was a 2-run shot from Andres Jimenez, who's all of a sudden found his stroke, as he gave us the lead 2-0 in the top of the sixth with his 8th homer of the year. That's his 3rd homer in like a week or so, which is crazy. All they needed was the calendar to change to September, and this dude has gone off. Love it. Brother, what's up? What's up, Daniel? If we don't beat the Jags, I don't even want to think about that right now. I don't want to even think about that possibility. I'm too scared about that. They need to get serious next week and fast. This fan base is gonna burn to the ground if they lose again. Especially because the next 4 games are pretty winnable if they play serious ball, right? Yeah, because the Guardians can't have any fun. Shohei Ohtani homered right after his 45th of the year. My God. 45 homers for Shohei. And yeah, he's Jesus in baseball form. He's baseball Jesus. I mean, he's literally the reincarnation of Babe Ruth. He does what Babe Ruth did, and honestly better in the modern age. He's the modern age Babe Ruth. Pitches, yeah, people forget he's a pitcher too, but he's not doing it because elbow. His elbow was barking at him or whatever, and he got surgery on it. So he's been hitting solely this year. I don't know if he'll be back to pitching legit next year or whatever, but when he does get back on the mound, watch out. But Otani hit his 45th to give them their 1 run and the only run of the night. As after that, our pitchers locked in again, and no, they did threaten big time, but they didn't score. Of course, I stream this game, so you can go back and watch. But Brian Rocchio, top of the 8th, right? In fact, let me set the stage for all that, right? So, as you know, we homered 2-0, fantastic. They homer, and then after that, top 7 comes up, Lane doubles, tries to steal third, they gun him down, of course, so nothing happens. Bottom 7, they gave up a single, but that's it. Cade Smith comes in, does his thing. And then Rocchio homered in the top of the 8th to make it 3-1. Because, again, the Guardians always have to stress me out. Hunter Gaddis comes in, and it's like this dude just could not get anything going. He got Muncy to fly out, and that's huge. Because after that, Otani singled, Betts doubled, and then they walked Freddie Freeman. So bases loaded, and Chris Taylor came up. Now it's important to note, earlier in this game, Teoscar Hernandez was plunked on the ankle. So he was taken out of the game. Chris Taylor came in as a pinch hitter, or pinch runner, I guess. And of course, he would come up in this situation and he would hit into a double play. And then we'd do nothing in the 9th. And then they come up and Clase just slices through them like a hot knife through butter. He sliced through them like one of them freaking icebreaker ships that you see in those documentaries in Antarctica. They just be slicing through it, right? Like a pizza slicer. My God. Beautiful stuff, right? Oh, man, that was beautiful stuff from Class A. So Guardians get that win. That was huge because the Dodgers are a damn God squad. And at least we're not getting swept. That would have ruined all momentum. So Boyd got the win. He's 2-1, 2.20 ERA. Knack took the loss. He's 2-3, 3 ERA. And then Clase got his 42nd save of the year with a .69 ERA. Now, we talk about technically yesterday, Saturday night's game. Of course, I didn't stream it because the Buckeyes were on, and thank God the Buckeyes were on. And I didn't have to watch this travesty. Go from a masterclass from Matthew Boyd to whatever the hell Gavin was doing out there. I like to use the thing, I guess the phrase spewing diarrhea. This wasn't even diarrhea, bro. This was straight. Blah. He was vomiting everywhere. Not really, but like he was just. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to call it. I mean, you could say he laid a big old dumble Gavin ginormous dookie on the freaking mound. He crapped himself on the mound pretty much. Poor Gavin, he's so up and down. I don't even know. He's like a roller coaster, you know? Like, damn. One game he be like ace material. Next game it doesn't even look like he should be on the mound. This game he barely went an inning. 2/3 of an inning. 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. We went against a bullpen game because of Gavin Stone being out. So they started with Ryan Brazier. And then Grove came in, and then Wobleski, Trinan, Vesia, Kopech, oh God, and then Honeywell. Just a mishmash of dudes, pretty much. Their bullpen is literally the mash unit, just like the Yankees, but better. Scoring wise, Tommy Edman would get them on the board in the first with a 2-run double, ground rule double, almost a homer. Of course, those walls down the left and right field side, right in the outfield, they are low. You hit a good hard bouncer out there, that ball goes into the seats easily. It's just like Boston in right field, except this is all around, pretty much near the bullpen areas. So yeah, Edmund ground rule double made it 2-0. Devin Lux sac fly made it 3-0. And then Miguel Rojas single, followed by an Andy Pages homer, would make it 6-0 in the first. And then the Guardians would add a 2-run shot from Lane Thomas to make it look like they're trying. And then Mookie Betts would homer right back, and that would be the game. Pretty much. 7-2. Yeah. 7-2 Dodgers win. Honeywell got the start. He only went 1 inning, got 1 hit. That's it. He's 1-1. Gavin's now 3-8. Not much else to say there. That's all I'm gonna end it with, because it was ass. So then we get to today's game, right? Tanner Bibee on the mound. Chance to win a series against the Dodgers. Boy, that would be nuts. Right? Going up against Jack Flaherty. Of course. We can't escape that dude. And just like he probably would have done against us when in Detroit, because remember, we were supposed to play him that one game where they sat him because they were looking like they were going to trade him. They sat him and we won that game. Well, we weren't so lucky here. Yeah, he shut us out. He went 7 1/3 innings. 7 1/3, 4 hit, 6 strikeout, shutout baseball from Jack Flaherty. You know what he was thinking? This is what I should have done to you a couple months ago, fool. You thought you was gonna escape this whooping, fool? Huh? No. I'm gonna kick your ass even harder now. And Tanner Bibee, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and a homer. Funny part is that was supposed to be the matchup in Detroit. I think the last time we played Flaherty, we would have played Flaherty before they pulled him. They scratched him. So that would have been the matchup. So he again got his revenge. Yep. Bottom of the fourth, the Dodgers got on board with a single from Will Smith. And then a home run from Shohei, his 46th, made it 2-0. And then Max Muncy would homer in the bottom of the eighth, made it 3-0. Chris Taylor would single in a run in the bottom of the fourth, also in the bottom of the eighth to make it 4-0. And that would be it. Now, did the Guardians threaten at all? Let's see here, because I did not watch this ever question, because I was watching the travesty unfold at the newly named Huntington Bank Field. Let me see if they even threatened. All right, so Lane Thomas actually hit a single. Hmm. Okay, that's it. So there's one hit. Top of the third. Oh wow, another single by Rocchio. Whoa, that's two hits. Top of the third, we have two hits. Top of the fourth, a single by Ramirez. Yay! Double play nailer. Ah. This is double play, but it says Muncy to first base. Oh, is it because he caught the ball? He lined into a double play because he caught the ball and then he threw to first to get Ramirez, who was probably probably took off and yeah. So there's your one hit, and then that's what now 3 hits in 4 innings. Yeah, and then you got top of the fifth, nothing. Top of the sixth, nothing. Top of the seventh, nothing. Top of the eighth, a single by Freeman, and then nothing. That's what 4 hits now, and then top nine. Wow, back to back singles. Yeah. Double play. Can't even make it up. You know, I made $1 for every time we hit no double play. How much money I'd have by now? Be enough to buy a nice looking Guardians jersey of some sort. Imagine how much money I'd have if we hit a lazy flyout. I'd probably have a few $1,000 by now. Oh my god. Like they had any little bit of momentum crapped on themselves. And then Josh Naylor walked. Lane strikes out to end the game. Swear to God, dude, this team pisses me off sometimes. Thank God again I didn't watch this game. Would you rather watch the travesty at Huntington Bank Field or this travesty? At least the Browns looked a little alive at some point. But you knew there was no chance I was streaming the friggin' Guardians over the Browns. I mean, come on now. Now Flaherty is now 12-6. Bybee's 11-7. Flaherty's got a 2.86 ERA. Bybee's got a 3.56 ERA. So that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it goes. And we got to bounce back against Chicago, who we really should beat. But you can't really say that now because we are stinky. But you think we're stinky. If we're stinky, what does that make Chicago? Chicago has actually they're 2-8 in their last uh well 10 games. And if you're wondering about the loss record single season, let's look at that. Let's look that up real quick. Look, worst baseball teams in history, record wise. See how many losses they would need. All right. So right now, the worst record is 20-134 from the Cleveland Spiders in 1899 to 901 900 1886 to 1900. So they're 1899. Modern era, 1901 to present day. It's 36-117 from the Philadelphia A's in 1916. The next closest team was the Boston Braves in 1935. They were 38 and 115. Right now, the White Sox are 33 and 111. 33 and 111. Need six more losses. Six more losses to get in there. Yeah. 36 wins is the least amount of wins in MLB history. 36 and 117. Currently, this is absolutely insane. They have 33 wins. Right? So they just need to win three more games to keep themselves out of the worst team in baseball category. Right? You look at their series that's coming up, they can legit win three games somewhere. They face us, and we know their history against us this year. And then they got Oakland at home. And I like how the Guardians once again avoid the better pitchers from Chicago and Crochet and Flexen. And instead, we got to face essentially, what is this? NPCs of Cannon and Martin. And we got Boyd on the mound. God, I want to see this lineup. I want to see what their team looks like, man. Like, gee whiz. They got San Diego on the road. They have two series against the Angels, one on the road, and then one at home later on. Second to last series of the year. They host, they go to Detroit last three games of the year. I think they avoid the worst team of all time, but they're going to be top five, top 10 for sure. Yeah, they're going to be top five, top 10 for sure. It's still crazy to me that they literally had that long ass losing streak. That losing streak went from when I streamed them on July 10th all the way up till August 5th. And then they won on August 6th. That's insane. That's insane. And since that video, or since that, I guess, streak ended, they've won 6 games since. They have beaten the likes of Oakland once, New York, randomly, 12-2. They beat Houston 5-4, beat the Giants 6-2, beat the O's 8-1, and then they beat Boston 7-2. Yeah. So could be interesting to see how things go. Now, of course, the one that we're really worrying about right now is City against the Yankees. Because after they get the Yankees, they got the Pirates, Detroit, and San Francisco. Pirates, they might be a lost cause, but Kansas City has to face their three better pitchers: Keller, Jones, and no, whoops, Keller, Jones, no, Ortiz, Keller, and Jones. I thought they had to face Sting unless they pushed him back. The way I almost forgot. Before today's game, the Guardians DFA'd Barblow. Yep, Scott Barblow got DFA'd today. How tragic! The guy we traded Enya de los Santos for got DFA'd. That's tough. Feel bad for him though. It was looking like he was going to have a key part on this playoff team, and we brought back Anthony Ghost for like the 17th time this year for no reason. He's probably going to get DFA'd in like 3 days anyway. Man, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy to see how things have been going so far in this season for the Guardians, but yeah, we'll see how they shape up the bullpen now and stuff. It just makes me laugh how the Guardians have been shifting around the same names in terms of pitching. They have not called up a a batter since I think what Noel Martinez, right around there. Besides Manzardo, which was obvious for the September call ups, they haven't called up a hitter really since what Martinez or Noel. I was thinking we were going to see Arias soon, right? But no, 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 of course not. So yeah, we lose the game today, and now we go into tomorrow. Let's see if they have it updated here yet. No, it'll be Cantillo tomorrow. Oh my god. Well, I mean, he's facing the White Sox. This might be the first team Cantillo can actually shove against. He's facing practically like a minor league team. I always called the Tigers a bona fide minor league team. Now, that's the White Sox. The White Sox are a bona fide minor league team at this point. Yep, they are legit a bona fide minor league team. I mean, I'm looking at their lineups and stuff. I'm looking at their roster right here. They ain't got nobody that I'm super scared of. I mean, but you never know. Amaya, Benintendi, Deloach, Dom Fletcher, Julks, Corey Lee, Nicky Lopez, of course, the sweaty tryhard. Can't forget about him. Ramos, the third baseman. We haven't seen Moncada really all year. Bert Jr. Who the heck is this Robinson dude? Yeah, Brian Ramos. Who? Chucky Robinson? Who? Dietz, Sosa, Vargas, and Vaughn. Of course, Cantillo is 0-3, 771 ERA, 15 Ks. Poor guy's been facing the best teams in the majors, so it's only fitting that he gets to face a bona fide minor league team. See how he does. If he can't even cook against a bona fide minor league team, he needs to just not be brought up ever again. Like, lock him down in the minors forever. If you can't cook against these guys, you're done. You're not a major leaguer. This is your chance. Show us that, oh, it was just, a factor of facing, those amazing lineups. This is your chance, kid. Right? You want a chance. This is it right here for you. Of course, I'm not streaming tomorrow's game because I'm not going to stream a Cantillo start. No. I already went through enough these last couple of days. I'm not about to stream a Cantillo start and then have him get rocked. Oh God. Might be that might be the first stream of the year that I literally stopped watching the game. I would just end the stream. Now for game two, it'll be Cannon against somebody. Does this say anything? Let me see what this says. No. Okay, so Cantillo will get game one. Cannon will get game two against us. Ah, man, who the heck's it gonna be though? Right? Because we already used Bybee. Oh yeah, that's right. It was supposed to be lively today, right? Or tomorrow. Oh wait, are they gonna push lively back to Tuesday? Unless he hurt himself somehow. Is there something I didn't get about Ben Lively? Yeah, Cannon, 3-9, 4.53 ERA, and 70 Ks. And of course, nobody's ever faced him. I don't know why it says Ben Lively is not starting. I thought I saw he was starting tomorrow. Unless they pushed him back. Let me see here. Uh, okay. No word on when Lively will make his next start. I mean, to be honest, with Lively, this is a career high for him. I'm not a career high. It might be a career high, but it's definitely recent. A recent high in games for him. He hasn't pitched this many innings, I think, ever in his like career. So yeah, it's a career high pretty much for him. So today it was 98 degrees, an extreme excessive heat warning for the Dodger game against us. Yesterday, everyone got a free bobblehead. Today, everyone gets a free bottle of water. What they needed at Dodger Stadium was those stations with like the mist fan, right? They needed those like mist fan stations that I remember Brown's training camp had those. I'm sure they still had them, but it wasn't hot at all when I went. But when I used to go to Brown's camp in July, when it was scorching hot, what the hell? Scorching hot. Like it was unbearable. They used to have little stations like in corners. Sure, remember for 19 months. Hey, hi, Crazy Dogs. I'm taking one day at a time. Awesome. Keep doing you. And like I've said before, if you need anyone to talk to, you know where to find me and Josh and Rocha, Sean, everybody in the community. You know where we are. It's funny. I now know when I get a notification thing because that thing pops up. I don't even know if it shows up uh on here because I hear it, but I don't know if I see it. I don't even know if it pops up. All I heard was the sound of hey, 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 hey. Because when I used to have OBS, because for some reason it wouldn't let me log in, it used to show like Dancing Elmo. It used to be this dude in an Elmo costume freaking getting crunk at a birthday party. Used to be getting absolute crunk as hell, brother. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he was getting it down. But yeah, shout out to Asia as always. We all love you. You know that. Yeah, the Guardians. I mean, so yeah, Ben Lively is not making his next start. Yeah, the Guardians or the Dodgers, they should have had one of those like mist fan stations, like the Browns had at training camp. You just like stand there and they're like spraying mist on you to cool you down. That would have been a good thing to do, but that might be a little much. That's a lot of people to try to do with the mist thing. Worst part was there really wasn't any clouds. But you know that ball be flying out the yard like crazy. So that's a situation to keep an eye on with Ben, right? Is he gonna and then it's over. It's a wrap. But 18 months for Asia. How about that, huh? That's lovely. Aaron Donald. My dude gets to finally sleep in on a Sunday. Not having to go to the facility every freaking day to work out. I mean, he's probably still works out, but like, for meetings and stuff. He gets to relax with his family for once. He probably still visualizes like I would have sacked him. I would have sacked him. That would have been a sack for me. These guys wouldn't have been able to block me. I would have wrecked him, destroyed him. That's not a play where if I'm there, that's a loss of 5 if I'm there. I'm blowing that play up. He's probably doing that. But getting back to the task at hand here. Final game of the series, we'll have Matthew Boyd against Martin. Martin. And Matthew Boyd, of course, has been phenomenal. The worst start for him was against the Yankees at the Funhouse ballpark. Now he'll be facing a team that he knows very well, except the players he doesn't know very well. And oh yeah, that's right. They got Grady Sizemore as their freaking manager. Of course. This is the first time we'll be facing Grady Sizemore, the manager. Stephen Vogt versus Grady Sizemore. Never would I have ever thought I'd be seeing this as managers. But yeah, Boyd comes in at 2-1, 2.20 ERA, 26 Ks, and Martin is 0-3 with a 3.29 ERA and 35 Ks. Against Boyd, Benintendi and Lopez each have a home run. 5 RBIs for Benintendi, 3 RBIs apiece for Lopez and Robert Jr., but that's it. And then against Martin, J-Ram obviously has 2 RBIs and 2 at-bats. He's the only one that's with any runs. Now, in terms of hits, we have 4 guys who have hit off of him. That being Jimenez, who's 1 for 3, Hedges 1 for 2, Kwan 2 for 3, and J-Ram 1 for 2. So, another chance to get back on the winning side before we got to face off against Tampa at home. And again, Minnesota, they're on deck afterwards. Before they face us, they got the Halos. A 3-game series at home against the Halos, and then they got a 3-gamer against Cincinnati. Wow. So, they're still kind of hanging around. And then, of course, the Guardians. We all know what they have. White Sox, Rays, and then Twins. In the final 3 series, you have St. Louis, Cincinnati, and then Houston. So if I had to assume Boyd would have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 21st. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll pitch on the 28th. And then, assuming we maintain our lead in the division and we win the division, he'll have essentially a full week pretty much of rest. So that'll work. And then hopefully Cobb will be back soon. Again. They gotta put his arm in bubble wrap or something between starts because this dude, I don't know what he does, but he's hurt himself now twice. A fractured fingernail and then a blister. God, I didn't think being an off-speed only pitcher would hurt this much, but damn. Poor guy. He comes it's crazy because remember, he had that fracture, right? The fractured fingernail. When did that happen? I think it was right around. Well, Cobb pitched against Minnesota, took a loss. Bummer. That was his first start as a Guardian. Yep. He right here, I believe. Yeah, he beat Chicago. I think that's when he had the blister. After, I mean, that's when he fractured his fingernail. I think after that, because then the 14th, 15th, 6th. Okay, so 16, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he didn't pitch. It was Cantillo going against the Yankees. That should have been Cobb. So he fractured his fingernail before that game against the Yankees. That was, of course, coming off a 6-1 gem piece against the Cubs. So then, he misses a little while. He comes back against the Pirates. And he's out here damn near no hitting them for 6, 7 innings. Damn near. He still got the win, though. So let's see. One, two, three, four, five. He would have pitched on the seventh, but then that stupid freaking blister started to pop up, and it took him off there. Well, I think he would have pitched. Actually, that yeah, he would have pitched game two of the series. Yeah, he would have pitched game two of the series. And then they moved Gavin up for him. So I don't know when he'll be back. Hopefully it'll be soon, and then we can formulate our rotation after that. So it's always something with these guys, man. Can't catch a break. But now it's starting to get in the crunch time. Guardians got to get their act together and lock in because the Browns didn't do it today. The time they really locked in, it was already too late. The game was practically over. So, what's up, Chris Brady? First glance parlay 23 to return 133. Seahawks money line, Broncos +3. Damn, you're doing a betting thing, huh? Damn. Mariners still hanging around, but they screwed up their lead. Mariners need Angels to beat Royals. Oh, Twins? Oh yeah, of course, Twins. Yeah, should be able to take the Twins. Twins have kind of stunk lately, but we all know with the Twins. I mean, they got destroyed by the Royals. Yeah, the Chiefs' luck has leaked over to Kauffman Stadium, and now Kansas City Royals are starting to reap the benefits of a little good luck. Yeah, they did beat Squirrels. They got punked on. They looked good for a little bit on defense, especially. The defense tried their absolute hardest to keep that game close for as long as possible. Just that eventually it'll things will happen and it just sucks. Because if the offense was at least alive somewhat, I don't know, man, but a lot of people are talking crap right now about Deshaun. Week two will be big for him because if he goes out there and does that again against little old Jacksonville, sheesh. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore, man. I just need us to bounce back against Jacksonville. Right? I need it to happen. We lose to Jacksonville, things are gonna get bad. Especially if he looks like that again. I don't know. So that's really all I got, guys. Keep it nice and short. You know, I have been going for 48-ish minutes. So I will. Dallas got some main. Yeah, they got a gnarly pass rush because Jerry Jones, what he did was, he extended his big guys, of course, but if you notice, he brought in some new faces, right? The Browns pretty much just brought everybody back. They didn't bring in really many new faces at all. What, Devin Bush was one of the only new faces that really played today on defense, besides like Quentin Jefferson, who played quite a bit. Those two played a lot. I mean, I don't really know of anybody else big that played on defense for the most part. Donovan Tomlinson got a nice sack though. That was whoa! I better watch what I say. Holy crap! That came out wrong. Wow. Pause. Times five and 5.5. Why did I have to say it like that? Okay. Do I have a bald spot forming on the back of my head? Nope, no, I don't. It's just the way my head is. I was like, oh no, am I turning into Rocha? But no, I'm not. But Dalvin Tomlinson, that one play where he actually got to the quarterback, he looked like he wanted to just wreck Dak Prescott, like he would do in New York and even Minnesota. He can be such a freaking man eater in the middle. If we face a bad O line, that dude is going to crush people. Yeah, the Guardians play the White Sox tomorrow. As they say, No rest for the weary. No rest for the weary. I think next time we have an off day is when we get ready to for what Cincinnati. I think it is. That's our next off day. So yeah, like I said, no rest for the weary. They gotta grow a pair, lock in, and finish out this stretch strong because they get into that series against Minnesota and they're comfortably in the lead. I'll be feeling good about it. But yeah, they do not have an off day until the 23rd of September. So 2 weeks from right now. It's now Monday the 9th. 2 weeks from now is when they will have their next off day. And then they face the Reds for two, and then they have another off day, and then they have three against the Astros. Then that's it for the regular season. And hopefully by then, they would have been hopefully popping some bottles and downing some rose. And in Josh Naylor's case, maybe eating some pizza. Because I still remember that image he took a couple years ago when we won the division in Texas. This dude had a whole ass, big ass pizza. Who ordered a pizza for Josh Naylor? Yeah. So, it's going to be an interesting week, right? No Buckeye football to save my soul. So I need the Browns and the Guardians to lock in here because I don't have that. Cavs don't play for like another month, it feels like. Blue Jackets, they don't start for a while either. So, Guardians, Browns, no funny business. I need y'all to lock the in because we don't have the Buckeyes to save my soul this week. I don't have the Buckeyes to be like, oh, the Guardians and the Browns got their asses whooped, but at least the Buckeyes won. No, no, not this time. Nope, not this week. But don't fear. Next week they will have Marshall. Yep. Meanwhile, the Browns are facing the Giants at home. I can just see Giants fans saying that we're gonna be like an easy dub for them, but yeah, they have Danny Derps. Danny Derps. We should destroy the freaking Giants. Because unlike the freaking Cowboys, Giants defense isn't that good. It isn't better than the Cowboys. They got decent players, but if we are fully healthy, if we got Jack or Jed or Jack, no, if we got Jack and or Jed back by that point, we'll be fine. Yep, and then hopefully week 5 against Washington, maybe Nick Chubb returns, little limited basis, maybe on like a little snap count, pitch count thing, ease them back into it. But as long as we have Mr. Sideline the sideline running the ball, we ain't doing nothing running the ball because that dude sucks. I don't know why they thought he was a number one running back. He ain't nothing. He's barely a number two. I'd say he's number three. No, I'd say he's a different version of number two, if you know what I'm saying. He's crap. He stinks. Diamondbacks kicked the Astros' ass today. I didn't really watch baseball, but that's good to hear if you're a Diamondbacks fan. That's how I wanted the Browns defense to look this year, exactly like how the Cowboys defense. Carson's basically beat them all by himself. Every time I looked, he was in the backfield. In fact, every time they showed Deshaun Watson, he was on the ground getting picked up by his teammates. Dude literally could not stay on his feet half the time because he was always getting whacked. I'm surprised he didn't hurt himself even more. He even said in his post game, like, yeah, I feel like I played a freaking football game. I'm going to feel it tomorrow. It's like, welcome back to the NFL, buddy. No, it's like, we're kicking your ass, fool. White Sox sneaky got a win from Orioles and Red Sox lately. Yeah, we should be fine. We got Joey Cantillo tomorrow. It's his chance to show that he is actually a decent pitcher and he was just a victim of circumstance. Facing four of the best teams in the freaking league. Now he's facing a team of pretty much all minor league talent. Just hope he doesn't get whacked. Because I'm telling you, if he gets crushed by these guys tomorrow, ooh, he might be cooked. Ladies and gents, he might be a cooked product. So I'm not streaming tomorrow, obviously. I'm probably going to stream the second game of the series, depending on who's pitching. If not, I'll be doing the Wednesday game for sure because it's Matthew Boyd, and that dude is a stud. So, as far as what to expect this week in terms of videos, other than my preview for the Jags game on Tuesday and my picks stream later that night, really got nothing else planned. So I mean, that'd be a good day for some Browns news to break. You know, maybe they sign somebody like a competent running back or a tight end. Because guess what? Oh, David Njoku, high ankle sprain. At least it's nothing more serious. He'll be out a few weeks. Glorious. And that means we need a tight end because we only have one right now, which means they're probably just going to go the lazy way and promote someone from the practice squad. See if there's any like semi decent tight ends available. Probably not. You know, if Darren Waller still wanted to play ball, I'd be like, hey yo, give Darren Waller a ring. You know, give him a chime. Maybe see if he wants to crawl back into the league for a couple weeks. Doesn't have to be a full time commitment. Just you know, catch a few passes, help Deshaun out a bit. I don't know who else they'd even go for. I don't even know if there's anyone even good unless they trade for one. Let me see. It's cool. Celeste Taylor, former Buckeye, I believe. That's cool. Yeah. Former Ohio State Buckeye women's basketball player Celeste Taylor signed with the Connecticut Sun. The rest of the season deal. Wait, there's a freaking soccer player named Ricardo Caca? Oh my god. Dude is Caca! It's like, yeah, that's his name. Caca. Means poo. It's a PG way to say poo. Yeah. That'd be one of the worst last names you could probably have. There's a there's a kicker, I think his name was Blewett. Man. Imagine if there was a guy named Jesus Christ. It would be the worst. Oh my god. Can you just imagine if your name was if there was someone named Jesus Christ or something? Or Christ? Why would it be the worst? Because people might not know your name is Jesus. They may think your name is Jesus. You know? Oh man, the things I be thinking about at 1:04 in the morning. Well, let's take a look and see how many tight ends are available. If they want to go this route, they might not even want to, but you never know. You know Andrew Barry. Thought I knew Andrew Barry, but it turns out I don't know him for crap. Okay, so here's the list of available tight ends that we could use to replace David Njoku, who are actually semi decent. There's actually a couple decent ones. You have CJ Uzama. Could probably get you some catches for a couple weeks. Jeff Swaim, not bad. He's 30 years old, though. If you want to go a little younger, you have Kenny, your boy. Your boy. What's up, man? It's your boy. Kenny, your boy. Jimmy Graham. If you would like to go with ancient tight end who probably has nothing left in the tank, he'd be your guy. Tyler Croft. He's still available? I mean, it wouldn't be the worst. Then you're getting into the cheap guys. Blake Bell, Jesper Horsted, Ben Ellefson, Bryson Hopkins, Jody Fortson, Brandon Dillon, David Wells, and Tommy Sweeney. Who? My best bet, if they were to sign a free agent tight end, unless they go from the practice squad, which they're probably going to do that anyway. But I would 100% say CJ Uzama or maybe Jeff Swaim or Kenny your boy. Or even Tyler Croft. Oh, I'm thinking of Tucker Croft. Tyler Croft wouldn't be bad, but I wouldn't mind CJ Uzama. That'd be cool. Probably gonna do nothing and they're just gonna roll with the guys they have. They're gonna sign some random freaking dude that I've never heard of. Right? They would probably sound like someone like Brandon Dillon or something like that. That is gonna wrap it up. It was a shit show for the Browns. It was more than that. Browns fans are going on a Watson after the game. Yep. Rams Lions game was wild. I know I was watching it. The Lions literally did a Delph by David Montgomery at the end. They bludgeoned the Rams in the head with David Montgomery, and there was not a thing the Rams could do about it. And that's where Aaron Donald was probably like, now, man, if I was playing, I would have stuffed that dude 3 straight times. They would not be doing that if I was there. You could just see Aaron Donald sitting on his couch watching that game, looking over at his, maybe his wife or girlfriend or whoever. I don't know how where they are relationship wise, but he probably like, man, if I was out there, I would have whipped his ass. He wouldn't be doing this against me, right? Oh wow. Yo, I saw this movie, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. I saw this movie in theaters. The scene where they blow up the planet, that was crazy. It was nuts in theaters. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I went a little longer than I wanted to because some other stuff was being mentioned in the chat. But I'm gonna head to bed here, and we'll see if we get any updates on David and Joku and some other stuff too. So if I hear anything else, I'll definitely have a video for that or whatever. If anything, I'll probably just talk about Njoku, maybe in a separate video tomorrow if there's anything else to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just talk about it on Tuesday. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Have a good rest of your day, and wow, another week over. Already, week one's over for the Browns. On the week two, just like my title says, hug on the Jacksonville. That's all you can do. You just sit there like, oh, darn, we lost. Oh well, on the Jacksonville. That's all you can do. So I will see you all. If nothing happens before Tuesday, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my game preview for the Jags and then my picks. And then I'm probably going to go live either Tuesday night for the game against Chicago or the Wednesday game with Matthew Boyd on the mound. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, Guardians, Buckeyes, and soon Cavs and Blue Jackets will be getting underway too. So until then, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guards, and I'm out. See you guys probably Tuesday, unless something happens today. But yeah. Bye, guys. Shout out to Asia, by the way, for 19 months as a member. You can be a member of the channel? Yes. All you gotta do is follow the directions when it says become a member. So, see you guys later. Bye bye. Yeah.